welcome to a new episode of Subcast.
Great to be here.
So, something we've really been noticing here at Subsign lately, across basically all kinds of marketing, is this huge wave of food stuff. Yeah, like food themes, visuals, even actual food popping up in places you just wouldn't expect. Fashion, tech, you name it.
It's definitely a thing.
It really is. So we're going to kind of dive into that today, figure out why it's gaining so much steam and, what it means for businesses trying to connect with you, the audience.
Yeah, it's a smart area to look at. And, from our perspective at Subsign, a lot of this ties back to sensory marketing fundamentals.
Right. We've talked about that on the blog before, haven't we? Engaging the senses.
Exactly. It's about going beyond just logic or features. It's hitting you on an emotional level through sight, sound, smell, taste.
Even the suggestion of taste, maybe.
Precisely. Even just implying it. Think about how a smell can just zap you back to a memory.
Oh, instantly.
Yeah. Or how something just looks delicious and you suddenly want it. When brands can layer those sensory cues, even subtly, it makes the whole experience stickier, more memorable, more desirable. And that definitely nudges those subconscious buying decisions.
Okay, so it's moved beyond just nice pictures.
Yeah.
We're seeing what we're kind of calling edible branding now, like actual food.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. We're talking actual branded cookies showing up at events or, latte art with a logo.
Fancy chocolates with a designer pattern.
Exactly that. It makes the brand impression really, really tangible. You can literally taste it.
And I guess the setting matters too, right? It's not just the cookie itself.
Oh, totally. Think about getting that fancy Prada chocolate cake. It's not just the cake. It's the smell of the cafe, the music, the look of the place. It's hitting sight, smell, the anticipation of taste. It all bundles together into this positive brand feeling. It's immersive.
Right. And okay, how does that translate online? You can't exactly smell a website yet.
Not yet. But food visuals and metaphors are powerful stand-ins. They kind of trick your brain into imagining the taste, the smell, makes the digital thing feel a bit more real.
More tangible.
Yeah. And let's be honest, a really good-looking branded coffee or treat, people share that stuff online.
Oh, totally. Made for Instagram. Free advertising, basically.
You got it. That Instagram ability is huge. And it's why you see luxury players, Prada, Gucci, Coach, Hermes, Dior, Chanel, actually opening their own cafes and restaurants.
Right. Not just online pictures, but real places.
Exactly. They're building these physical, sensory-rich brand worlds you can step into. It's a whole other level of engagement.
And that experience then probably gets shared online, completing the loop.
Precisely. It feeds itself.
But it's not just about actual food, is it? There's this broader thing where food itself has become like an aesthetic.
Oh, absolutely. Scroll any feed. Food photography is huge. The colors, the textures, the way it's styled, it's just visually appealing. Glossy, bright, inviting.
Yeah, it really catches the eye.
And brands totally outside of food are borrowing that visual language. Think lip glosses named Cinnamon Roll or Honey.
Right. Or skincare like Laneige or Rhode,
using
those swirls and textures that look like frosting or yogurt.
Exactly. Jisoo does it with honey. Tory Burch has used dessert-like visuals. It's deliberate. They're tapping into that inherent appeal even if they're selling, face cream or handbags.
Okay, so why? Why does that aesthetic work so well? What's the psychology there?
Well, food's just...
Yeah.
It's fundamental, isn't it? It's wired deep into our emotions, our memories. Comfort food, celebrations, family dinners.
It's universal. Everyone gets food.
Exactly. It's a shared language. So using food imagery is like a shortcut. It instantly creates a feeling, often familiarity, warmth, maybe indulgence.
So the skincare brand with the dessert look, it's instantly saying pampering, treat yourself.
Pretty much. Without having to spell it out, it evokes softness, richness, that kind of thing. It's emotional shorthand.
That makes sense. Cuts through the marketing clutter. And does this tie into that bigger trend we see, the shift towards valuing experiences over just stuff?
I think so, absolutely. Food isn't just fuel anymore, culturally speaking. It represents shared time, care, rituals, maybe even identity.
Right, like brunch with friends or a special occasion meal.
So when a brand uses these food cues, the craving you might feel for the product isn't just for the item itself. It can get tangled up with wanting that feeling, the connection, the comfort, the experience that food represents.
Okay, now this leads us to some of the really creative pairings, the unexpected collaborations.
Oh, yeah. This is where it gets fun, and sometimes a bit weird.
Like the Nike SB Dunks with Ben & Jerry's. The Chunky Dunky.
Yes, the cow print, the melting swoosh. It was so out there, nobody expected it.
Instant buzz, I bet.
Totally. Or remember Adidas and Arizona iced tea selling sneakers for 99 cents, just like the drink.
That was wild. Caused chaos, didn't it?
It did, but people talked about it nonstop. Bold move.
And then you have brands like Crocs just leaning into the absurdity, right? KFC Crocs. Pringles Crocs.
Yeah, they seem to embrace the sheer weirdness of it. It's partly shock value, grabbing attention.
But there's more to it.
I think so. It also creates these limited collectible items. It engages their super fans, makes them feel part of an inside joke almost.
Okay. And high fashion gets involved too. Kate Spade and Heinz Ketchup.
Yep. High end meets the supermarket aisle. Again, it's that unexpected clash that makes you look twice, makes it memorable.
And that UGG and Erewhon smoothie thing. The coastal coconut smoothie.
Oh, that was smart. Perfectly merged UGG's whole cozy vibe with Erewhon's sort of LA wellness influencer cachet.
Became a status symbol smoothie.
Pretty much. And super shareable online. The key with all these weird pairings is they break your expectations. They start conversation.
And they blend fan bases, right? Yeah. The sneakerheads and the ice cream lovers.
Exactly. You get this cross-pollination, creating hype that maybe neither brand could get alone. It's cultural mashup marketing.
Interesting. And that idea of culture connects to another angle, using local or traditional food elements.
Yeah, that's a powerful way for brands to build authenticity, tap into identity. Food is so tied to where we're from, our heritage.
It's more than just flavor, it's history, tradition.
Right. So when a brand uses, say, imagery of a specific regional dish or ingredient, it evokes that sense of place, that cultural pride.
Like that feeling of home or nostalgia again.
Definitely. It resonates deeply if you share that background. Weaving that into your brand story makes the connection much stronger, much more personal.
Can you give some examples?
Sure. You might see Japanese beauty brands referencing matcha, or maybe French fashion taking cues from iconic patisserie.
Like macarons or croissants.
Yeah, that kind of visual shorthand. Or a tech company in Latin America using vibrant street food imagery. It's about signaling identity. Think of the low tomato bag. It just screams Mediterranean summer.
Right. Instantly recognizable.
Or Dolce & Gabbana. They've woven Italian food culture into their brand for years. Pasta prints, market motifs. They even published a Sicilian cookbook.
Wow, okay. That's deep integration.
It really shows how central food can be to a brand's entire world.
So food is branding, as aesthetic, as culture, but also sometimes is straight-up social commentary.
Yeah, that was a fascinating one. The Ordinary.
The skincare brand, what do they do?
Well, back in March 2025, remember when egg prices were just astronomical?
Oh, yeah, crazy high.
So The Ordinary, whose whole thing is affordable, no-nonsense skincare, partnered with the art collective MSCHF.
Okay.
And they started selling cartons of eggs, just regular eggs in their New York stores, for what they called an ordinarily priced amount, like $3.37.
Seriously, selling eggs in a skincare store.
Seriously. It was a direct statement about inflation, about affordability, trying to extend their brand promise of sensible pricing beyond just their own products.
Wow, that's bold. How did people react?
It definitely got people talking. A lot of praise for the creativity, for making a point about a real issue people were facing. But, some criticism too, maybe questioning if it was just a stunt.
Sure, you'd expect that.
But regardless, it was a really unconventional, memorable way to reinforce their core message outside of their usual category, using food to make a statement.
So when you pull it all together, sensory stuff, edible branding, the whole food aesthetic, these crazy collabs, cultural links, even social commentary. This isn't just a little blip, is it?
No, not at all. It feels much bigger than a fleeting trend. It's become this really versatile, multi-layered strategy.
A way to tap into something really fundamental.
Exactly. It leverages emotions, memories, desires that are pretty much universal. It makes brands feel more human, more relatable, maybe even, more tasty in a metaphorical sense.
Right. More appealing.
Yeah. And as we keep watching how marketing evolves at Subsign, this really highlights how important it is to understand those deep human drivers when you're building a brand strategy.
It's definitely a space to keep an eye on.
For sure. Constantly changes.
So, look, if you're thinking about how to add some fresh perspective to your own marketing, or how these kinds of creative, maybe even food-inspired trends could help your brand really connect.
I'd be happy to talk it through.
Absolutely. Get in touch with us at Subsign for any of your marketing needs. We'd love to hear from you.